now like to welcome to the stage CDW's Director of Inscape Services, Tony Suffoletto.
Thank you, Sarah.
Hey,
nice meeting you.
Hey, and thanks for joining us today. So, let's jump right in.
Okay.
What are you going to show us today?
I'm going to show our management platform for cloud services. So we've had this platform for about 10 years now, and we have 3,000 CDW clients using it. So it's very well tested and a must-have for anybody using the cloud. So today I'm just going to show a demo because, what better way to see it?
Oh, we love a demo. Go demo away, please.
Excellent, excellent. So this is the Inscape dashboard. So we have 5 different modules here I'm going to focus on. So this first one is our public cloud module. So we bring in everything. But really what we want to do is we want to find a way that everybody can filter these costs, because one of the biggest problems now is not knowing where all your costs are coming from. So you can see all these filters for Azure. Tagging is so big in the industry now, so you can really pinpoint costs, you can make reports, you can push those out to different departments, so it's really good there. So I'm going to show a few things on here. So really we have the way to filter everything, but the reports are what are really good. So people you can see all these reports. I'm going to focus on one. This 6-month report is fantastic because what that has is it has the last 6 months, but the next 6 months projected. So this forecast is really, really helpful for clients. Now that could be at the tenant level or it could be right down to a specific workload. So very, very helpful there.
I don't want anyone to see I don't want that. Well, personally, I don't want someone to see how much I'm spinning up in Azure. No, well, thank you.
Yeah, here's something you definitely don't want for your personal side then, budgets.
Let's see.
So budgets are really good. So again, you put something in the cloud, you want to create a budget. So let's create a budget, and this way let's make sure that when we hit that budget or we hit a specific threshold, we get an alert. So that's really good. Something would be great in our personal lives. So commitments, same type of thing. Now, so we have a lot of cost side, and I'm going to cover this really quickly, but so we have the cost side, but we also have the ways to save money, right? So we have recommendations for cost savings, recommendations for security. You can see all these different recommendations. We have it all in one place. Even if you have multiple workloads in different with different vendors, we can pull it all in here. So these are really, really good to keep an eye on. Virtual machine right sizing. This one is fantastic. So we added this one a little while back. So you can see just a quick example. This virtual machine we're spending $300 a month on this virtual machine. But look at all these different suggestions here. So we have all these different suggestions. We could cut it in half, but we also show ramifications of making that move on CPU and memory.
Yeah, now I was just about to ask that. I was going to say, it's making some recommendations,
yes,
but how does it make them? And well, you've pretty much, because if I were downsizing a VM, then that might have a performance impact.
Exactly. So now you know if it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
So that's a great thing. So a lot of things in the cost management. Now what I want to show is anomaly detection.
Oh.
So this is good because let Inscape work for you. So this is an actual, you can see an anomaly. The green range depicts what your normal would be. And when you get outside of that normal, Inscape will send you an alert. So here's a typical alert. You can see we're in the green range, and then bam, here's an alert. And here's the whole idea of it. Day 1 alert, day 2 turn off, right? So here's an alert that costs us more money. Here's one that's a little bit lower, which could be just as alarming because something was supposed to be running that's not running.
Is that across a subscription or a tenant?
Yeah, it could be right down to tenant, subscription, so we can drill right down because we take a lot of the guesswork out because we show exactly where that came from, right down to the resource level.
Okay.
So very, very helpful, very easy for IT teams to find their anomalies but fix them. And the one thing I really like is whenever you get into alerting systems, you don't want to get too many alerts. So you can put in anything. I might not care about a $10 alert, but I probably care about a $100 alert, or maybe if I'm really big, maybe I only care about a $1,000 alert. So I can put that in there. I can even find out about future anomalies. So there's something you can find out about future.
How does future anomalies work?
Well, because we know what's scheduled to run, if that will have caused an anomaly, we'll let you know ahead of time.
Ah, I
So
see.
some
I see.
real
Okay.
Matrix level stuff
I was going
here.
to say we're getting very futuristic here.
Yes, yes. So that's really good, easy to set up, and it's really a great, set it and forget it.
Yeah.
So this next one I'm going to cover is training. Now this one, I'm switching gears a little bit because this one's for end users. So we include a learning management system in Inkscape, but we preload it with everything Microsoft that they would ever touch. The normal Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Windows, OneDrive, OneNote, but also, lesser known ones, Dell, Swave, Project, MFA. So that's all in there. We also preload it with a lot of the security training. So
no, I'm gonna love that. I
Yeah.
love I love me some security training.
well, you need to know what to click on and what not to click on, right?
You do.
So this one's nice because you can push this out to your end users, or they can just take it to better their knowledge. And clients could also add their own training in here. So you might have like new hire training or industry specific training. All that training can be put in Inkscape.
Yes. And I assume you probably update that fairly regularly as things change, because as you know, we've just
Absolutely.
had a load of announcements at Ignite that will probably
Yes.
change a little bit of this training in the future.
Well, I know the probably the most popular word is AI, and
I would imagine
you can see
so.
Copilot. We already have Copilot here.
Oh, there you go. There you
Yes.
go. You're ahead of the curve.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's really good, and they can give it to every single employee. Once you have Inkscape, you can turn on whatever you want here.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And so the next module is Office 365.
Okay.
So this one has a lot of information in here that's really, really helpful on your licensing. So I could see, the end user, I could see what they have licensed to them. I could see your last login date. I can even see, where they're located. A big thing nowadays is pushing this cost out to different departments. Whether it's your Azure or your licensing, we make that really easy.
And I assume that it's pulling this user list from, is it Entra?
Yeah, well, we're pulling this from, we're pulling all the location data from Active Directory.
Yes,
So as long as
yeah.
it's in AD, we're
Remember,
good there.
Entra now.
Yes, sorry, yes.
I think it's been around a long time, that name.
Yes.
So yes.
Yes.
So yeah, Active Directory, AKA Entra. I should
Yes.
say that the other way around
Right,
probably,
right.
but you'll know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. And this last one is Productivity Insights. So we created this one during the pandemic when our clients told us, we need to know people working from home. We want to see activity levels and things like that. Might be, customer service managers. They just want to see how busy everyone is on their team. So you can see here we have all the activity levels for email, for Teams. I can see meetings, calls. So all that is in there. And, we have role-based access here. So you can give certain modules to individuals, but maybe not to other individuals.
We love that. We love the principle of least privilege. You
Yes.
shouldn't have it if you don't need it.
Absolutely, and the training module, you can even you can launch it from a separate URL, or we can embed it in Teams.
Nice. So Tony, there's a lot going on here, but
Yes.
how long does it take to get onboarded to Inkscape?
Very, very easy. Think about it for Azure, maybe 30 to 40 minutes, and maybe about 15 minutes for your licensing.
Oh wow,
so
that's
it's
really
very quick. Yes.
That's awesome. So, also, I wanted to run back maybe to just because I'm intrigued. If we go back to your dashboard there, I'm going to
Yes.
drive. I'm going to backseat driver your demo
Okay,
for a minute.
sure, sure.
If we go back to your dashboard, I wanted to ask you as well about. I'm going to go back. I wanted to ask you about the security recommendations, just very briefly.
Oh, yes. Mhm.
Where do they come from?
Yes. So we're getting all of these recommendations from Microsoft.
Great.
So we're getting them all from the manufacturers, bringing it all in one place. The virtual machines, that's kind of our own little secret sauce on how we come
That's
up with that.
okay. You can't tell us everything. I'm just being nosy.
Yes.
So, we've seen a lot today. I think there's actually a lot that people will have seen in the last 10 minutes or so.
Yes.
But if folks want to learn more,
Yes.
Where can they go? Are there
Yes.
online resources?
So, yes, it's online under Inscape CDW, but also you can email us at inscape@cdw.com. We have webinars coming up on December 3rd and December 10th, so you can get a full demo of everything that's in here.
Well, thanks so much, Tony. Thanks for coming and taking the time to show us.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. For more on CDW, visit the Featured Partner Showcase.